today I have a lot of home cleanup and decoration to do. I have a couple plant related things to do. I am scared I have to repot my fiddle leaf fig. Okay, so here is the fiddle leaf fig that needs help. I think that's probably what I'm gonna do first because it's the messiest. She's starting to drop leaves. I got her at like Whole Foods like a year ago, which is like honestly surprised that she's made it this far because all the plants I get from Whole Foods die. And I don't get plants from them anymore, but I was just like, ooh, I was like at the beginning of my like houseplant phase and I was like, oh my god, all plants are good plants. Anyway, so okay, I'm gonna take her outside and we're gonna investigate her roots and see what we can do. Okay, so I was gonna take it outside, but it's like extremely hot outside and I don't think that Max I don't think that the fiddle leaf fig would be happy if I took her outside. So I got a tarp down and I'm gonna check out the roots on this bad boy. I'm really scared because these are so finicky, but wish me luck. Ooh. Okay. This might be hard because I ripped some of the roots. Okay, I think the roots are looking really dry. I think the soil was just like compacted. I might break it up a little bit just to like maybe get some like oxygen in there. I feel like it's really compacted. Usually I don't touch the root ball, but I just feel like this guy really needs some help and some new soil. So I'm just gonna like massage the root ball a little bit. Yeah, I never like changed the soil from what it was in when I got it. So I was kind of just like hoping for the best, honestly, when I got it. I was like scared to touch it because people just like said so much about FLFs being like kind of finicky and the worst, and so I was like, oh, I'm just never gonna touch it and I'm just gonna water it in teeny tiny amounts. So yeah, look at how tiny that root ball is. Oh, poor baby. Yeah, this leaf is not looking good, but okay, here's to hoping she survives. I'm just gonna pour the rest of the soil out. It's like extremely dry. I didn't even have, there was like, I didn't even know this existed, but there was like a little thing on the bottom that I could take out so that it could have a drainage hole, which would have been smart if I fucking realized that after a year. It's really hard to get out though. Hi, sir. He was being a butthole yesterday and he knocked over a plant, so evil. Oh, why is this so hard to get out? Oh god. Okay, here it comes. I hate like when you scratch the ceramics. Ugh. God. I do love this pot. This pot is beautiful, but it's being a pain in the ass right now, actually. Okay. Oh, got it. Okay. Now it's gonna have a drainage hole. Good news. Okay. Also, I'm keeping it in the same pot because the soil wasn't even like all the way filled up. And it was just kind of like, oh my god, there's so many fungus gnats in here. It's like unacceptable how many fungus gnats are in here. They're just all living in my soil thing. What am I gonna do? Honestly, nothing other than like I've already done one round of treating all my plants for like fungus gnats with mosquito bits, so we're just gonna do our very best here. There's no point in like treating, I mean, I could like mix mosquito bits in, but I've had like a lot of people say that, that's too much soil. I've had a lot of people say that
if you mix mosquito bits in, that they will just get moldy over time. So I'm not gonna do that, but I'll probably treat it with mosquito bit tea because I have to do another round of my plants anyway. Not the soil, but the plant itself. Oh, I just realized that my phone is next to my cat fountain that needs to be refilled, and it gets loud when I don't fill it up. Okay, well, not the best, but doing okay here. I'm gonna give it like a really nice water with Liquidirt after I'm done, hoping that that helps. I know that like some people say you're not really supposed to repot things in winter and fall, etc., but like I think it's better to do it like right before fall hits if you're gonna do it, like when it comes to plants that are really finicky, because yeah, I think it will just be going through less shock, because like as there becomes less light and stuff like that, it won't be going through changes like all at the same time, if that makes sense. I don't know, it makes sense to me. But anyways, this plant was like screaming for new soil, so this is what it looks like now. Also, the thing about like buying plants in like stores like Whole Foods, they like sometimes have like really nasty like peat moss mixtures. So now I have it in a mix with this I forget what it's called. It's not my first choice of soil medium, but it's like it has like chicken something in it. I forget what it's called, which is like not ideal for me and not great for like my ethics, but like I was kind of desperate. There's some leca in here, there's perlite, there's worm castings. Yeah, I don't know if it's like some kind of like manure or something of chickens. I have no idea, honestly. Forget what it's called. Okay, well, wishing her the best. I'm gonna go ahead and give her like a thorough water with Liquidirt, and hopefully she will be on the mend soon. Fingers crossed. Of course, I like spilled water all on myself when I was putting it back where it goes. Okay, so I also realized that my Monstera is looking a little bit sad, so I'm gonna actually give her a shower today, which I love to do when my partner isn't here because they get annoyed when I get dirt in the tub. So time to shower my Monstera. I feel like the shower is the best pick-me-up for a Monstera. Like when the leaves are looking droopy, it's just really the best thing you can do. Oh my god, I'm getting such a mess everywhere. So here she is in the shower. My shower is kind of grimy, don't judge me. So I think the humidity, oh god, I'm gonna turn her. I don't have her on like an actual moss pole, it's just a Coco pole. She's had a really good growing season, as you can tell. But the humidity is also great for her, so I'm just gonna give her a quick shower. Here we go. Woo! Hey, let's do it. Oh yeah. Hey, I know it's been a while since I've posted, but something sort of unprecedented happened to me in the last 3 weeks, and I've been trying to figure out how to break the news. And I know that I'm a relatively new channel and that you guys don't know a ton about me yet, but there is one thing that you guys should probably know about me already, and that's that I love plants and I love animals. And so I didn't really have the heart to come on here and tell you guys. So this video is gonna look a little bit different. And it's with a deep sadness that I'm going to tell you guys that unfortunately about 2.5 weeks ago, my cat Max, who has been on this channel in almost every video, he suddenly passed away, and I have just been beside myself, not really sure how to continue regular life. I've been getting rid of a lot of my smaller plants just because I haven't really had the mental capacity to care for them. It's just been really rough continuing on my regular tasks without him, because he was always such a big part of what I do in my home and in my life. And if you've been watching my videos, you've seen how he always wants to be a part of what I'm doing when it comes to plant chores and house chores, and just he was always by my side for sure. And so I just wanted to find a sort of peaceful way to break the news that, you know, wouldn't be too harsh. And I wanted this video to be a little different because I think everyone's grief process is different. And the thing about pet death is that, well, death in general, I guess, is that I feel like sometimes it's really hard to find closure, to find an understanding why this would happen. But Max has served a really important purpose in my life. Over the past 6 years, he came into my life during a really chaotic and transitional time in my life, and I think I'm surprised how quickly I came to the understanding that he was my support animal and my familiar. He was my furry familiar for this period that was so chaotic for me, a period of time where I went through a really hard relationship. I graduated from college, and I really just had no idea what I was doing, and he was like a very stabilizing and grounding force for me during that time. And now I've sort of found some more stable ground, and I think I'm really sad that he can't come with me into this next chapter. But I think it's really hard for me to talk about, even though I've gone through this many times with a lot of my closest friends and my relatives. But I think mourning and grieving can just be so lonely sometimes, especially because I just spent the most time with him. I had the most experiences with him. I was his primary caregiver, and I've never had a cat before. He was my first cat. And I feel like I learned so much about myself, in that I never thought that I could have the capacity to be a caregiver. And so I learned that I can do an okay job at caring for another being. And his death was sudden and slightly unexplained. He was only 6 years old, and he had some health issues related to urinary issues, which is really common with male cats. But what happened to him was completely irrelevant and shocking, and basically his little heart failed him, and I've just been in this state of shock ever since it happened. And we miss him every night. We miss him in the morning. I think hearing sounds in my apartment are really just the hardest part of all of it, because he's not there anymore. But yeah, I think, I don't know, my horoscope has recently been telling me that death is a regenerative force, and
you know, the ashes will compost and something will be planted and something beautiful will come of it. And, you know, and it's not that I expect something beautiful to come from his death, but I think I'm trying to come to terms in a way that doesn't make me feel guilty. And I think the guilt has been the hardest part of this for me, of thinking about all the times that I could have spent more time with him, or all these other situations where I want to take responsibility even though it isn't my fault. And I think one of the hard parts is that before he passed away, I think sometimes when cats know that they're going to pass or that their time is near, they will change their personality. And I think he became a lot softer, a lot more cuddly, a lot more willing to be close to us on a daily basis. And I think sometimes our bodies know things before our brains do, and I think cats are very good at hiding things. And I just want to cherish those moments and those times that he was very sweet with us. I was watching a Harley G video, and she said that sometimes if plants think that they're going to die, they will bloom. I don't know if that's a survival mechanism or something else, or just, I don't know. I just think that it's kind of beautiful in the same way that a plant wants to make the most of their life in that way. They just, I guess they like fight until the end, I guess, a little bit, and wanted to provide some last bit of beauty before passing, even if they aren't about to pass. And I kind of think the same way about Max. I think he gave us the best of him in his last days and hours